Hello everyone, myself Assistant Professor Khushbu Prasad from LJ Integrated MBA. Today we are going to study about personal selling. Now, personal selling is a marketing technique that involves direct face-to-face interaction with potential customers. Basically, personal selling is a sales strategy where the sales representative come in contact with the potential customers. Potential customers are basically the future customers. So they come in contact with them and provide informations regarding the product and persuade them to buy your product. Not only does this techniques build relationship, but it also improves customer satisfaction, build trust, and helps build brand awareness. As there is face-to-face interactions that result into building a better relationship and also give them a high level of satisfaction. Personal selling involves person to person communication, which requires interpersonal skills and expertise to persuade leads to buy products and services. Personal selling also requires interpersonal skills. Now, what is interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills are basically social skills or the attributes, or we can say the traits, which helps the sales representative to communicate with this prospective customers in a better way, to influence them, to persuade them to buy the product. These personal skills may vary from individual to individual. If you are having a greater interpersonal skills, then it will result into high level of satisfaction, high level of building relationship with the customers, and it will ultimately result into a demand of the product. So after learning the personal skills, we will be studying the personal selling process. Now, so the first process of personal selling is prospecting. At this stage, you determine whether your prospective customers has a particular need or want that your business can fulfill. It basically involves identifying your ideal customers, which requires research. Prospecting is all about finding and qualifying the prospective customers, that is, the ideal customers, based on their needs and budget. There are various categories of prospect. That is, first one is hot prospect, warm prospect, and cool prospect. Right. So, hot prospect means good requirement and financially sound. So these are the ideal customers which are in need of your product and they want your product, and also they are having uh, they are financially sound. Right. This will ultimately result into the demand. Second one is your warm prospect, that is average requirement and financially sound. They are not in the need of your product, they have the average requirement and but they are financially sound. They can buy your product if you influence them to purchase your product. They are financially sound, they can buy your product, right? The third one is cool prospect, that is low requirement and may not financially sound. They are not having any needs of your product as well as they are not financially sound, so they are the cool prospect, right? So they are not, basically we cannot say them the ideal customers, right? So this is the first process of personal selling. So after prospecting, that is finding your ideal customers who you are going to target in future, you will go for preparation or pre-approach. That is, before making initial contact with your prospect, you want to prepare. It's important to have all your information ready, such as product description, price, payment option, competitor rates. So it involves preparing your sales presentation, that is the sales pitch that you will be delivering when you are coming in contact with your prospecting customers. So after preparing yourself for the presentations, you will go for the third process, that is approach. The approach stage is where the salesperson makes initial contact with the potential customers. The goal is to make a good first impression and establish close relationship with the customers. So in the approach stage, the sales representative and the customers are meeting for the first time. So obviously the salesperson would like to make a good impression. And for that, they can use various techniques such as warm greetings, okay, or they can use various compliments, or they can begin with the questions to start the conversations. So here in approach, they will first interact with the customers, and then the fourth step is presentation. This involves showcasing the product or service being sold and explaining its features, benefits, and value propositions. Here, you are going to present about your product. What are the benefits? How this product will be useful to the customers? How it is beneficial? Why they should buy your product and not others' products, right? So all the benefits, everything details you are going to present to your prospective customers and make them convince or persuade them to purchase your products. For presentation, they can use various techniques such as demonstration, testimonial, case studies, which will help them to demonstrate the product or illustrate the products and persuade the customers to make a purchase. Next is overcoming objections. During the presentation, the potential customers may raise objections or concerns about the product or service being sold. Right. So, while presentations, telling the benefits of the product and everything and all, so there might be certain circumstances where the prospective customers might ask you the questions or objections, right, regarding your product. So you must be having the knowledge to come up with these kind of problems, to give them a better solutions and the informations that will help to overcome their objections or any problem that they are facing. Ultimately, make them comfortable regarding your products, regarding the benefits that the product is providing, and persuade them to buy your product. So this can happen if you are well aware about your product. You are having a greater knowledge about your product, right? All the benefits and how to overcome any problem that the customers might face while using the product, right? So you should be having the great knowledge about the or the details about your product. Now, the last stage is closing. This involves asking for the customer's business and finalizing the transactions. By the closing stage, you should have formed a personal connections with the customers. So to close the salespersons may use various techniques such as providing them discounts or creating a sense of urgencies. Also, emphasizing the importance of the products. This will help them to make the purchase decision. At this stage, they will come in contact with one another for the sales, and the sales will be closed. So these are some of the steps, that is the 6 steps of personal selling, which will help the salesperson to come in contact with the customers and persuade them to buy the product. Now let's summarize the personal selling process. So the first step was prospecting. At this step, you are first of all finding out who will be your ideal customers. Now, the second was preparations, where you were preparing yourself for the presentations. What are the things that you will be pitching to the prospective customers? Then the third was approach. Here, you are coming in contact with the prospective customers, one-to-one contact, that is face-to-face interactions. And then you were presenting, that is the fourth step. There you are presenting the sales pitch that you have prepared in the second step. Third, overcoming objections after presenting, that is giving the pitch, whatever the objections of the customers were there, so you were solving them. The last one was after solving the problems or whatever the objections that they were having, you were closing the sales, right? That is closing, last one. This was all about the process of personal selling. Now, in the upcoming videos, we will be studying about various theories of personal selling. So, stay tuned. Thank you.